In the last lecture, you learned about datetime objects. These objects represent a point in time. In the datetime module, we also have a class called time delta, which represents a duration. So let's import time delta from here. Now, when we subtract these two dates, we get a time delta object. So let's set duration to dt2 minus dt1 and print it on the terminal. So here's the difference between these two date times. Now, this time delta object has a few interesting attributes. We have duration, the days. Let's print that on the terminal and add a label for clarity. We also have seconds. Let's take a look and run the program. So we have 324 days and 46,000 seconds. So this 46,000 represents this value. 12 hours and 58 minutes is equivalent to 46,000 seconds. We also have a method called total seconds. This is a method, not an attribute. Let's see what this returns. So this value you see here is the total duration represented as seconds. So if we calculate the number of seconds in 324 days and 12 hours and 59 minutes, we get this value. So these are a few interesting members of the time delta class. Now, in case you're wondering why we don't have month or year here, the reason is that we can have a varying amount of time in a month or in a year. That's why we only have days, seconds, and microseconds. Now, we can also add a time delta object to a datetime object. Let me show you. So for our first datetime, I'm going to add a time delta of 1 day. Now, if we print dt1, we get January the 2nd, and the difference is 323 days. However, someone else looking at this code may not be quite sure what this 1 here represents. Is it 1 day, 1 hour, 1 second? So it's better to use keyword arguments here for clarity. We set days to 1. We can also set seconds to 1,000. Now, let's run the program. So that gives us 16 minutes after January the 2nd.